Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. So apparently, Hulk Hogan passed away, y'all, at the age of 71. Hulk Hogan, the legendary Hulk Hogan, passed away from 71. He's been dealing with some complications, and he recently passed away, y'all. So we know about Malcolm passing away. We know about Osbury passed away, and today Hulk Hogan passed away. Three situations in 3 days, y'all. Three iconic people passed away in 3 separate days in the month of July. Wow. This is very touching. This is very touching. The American hero, Hulk Hogan, the legend of World Wrestling Federation, passed away. I know it was a lot of Hulkamaniac fans. I know, especially in my time group and older, we used to watch WrestleMania. I used to watch that when I was a young man. Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Yokozuna, you know, Big Diesel, Ultimate Warrior, you know, Money Man, Randy Savage, Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon. You had some of the women too. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of people. It was interesting because I was watching a little bit of Hulk Hogan a few months ago. Him going against Ultimate Warrior, him going against The Undertaker. And so it's like now that this happened, it's like, wow. So to all your Hulkamaniac fans, I know, you know, it's very serious now. You had Osborne passed away yesterday. Today, Hulk Hogan. The day before, Malcolm passed away. The one that used to be on the Cosby Show. Man, it's tough, y'all. It's tough. It's a tough situation. Condolences to his family. Condolences to his daughter, his former wife. We know that Hulk Hogan's wife was dealing with another man. So it's a lot going on with Hulk Hogan. Now that he's not here, his daughter has to be in attendance with her man, his ex-wife. A lot of people are going to be there. A lot of the wrestling federation is going to be there. He was that dude. He brought wrestling to light because at the time, a lot of us could relate to Hulk Hogan. Once Hulk Hogan opened up the doors for many people, he did. We got to give him that. Once he came into WrestleMania, it opened up doors for people like Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, Bret. We know Bret, the Hitman Hart, is gone. His brother, I still believe, is here. Um, it came many, many important people came to WrestleMania because they saw Hulk Hogan give them an opportunity. I grew up watching Hulk Hogan, and he was that dude. He was that dude, you know. And so I know the McMahon family is saddened by this. The daughter of Vince McMahon is saddened by this. I know ex-wife of Vince McMahon is saddened by this. This is serious, y'all. This happened 3 days in a row. Three iconic people passed away in 3 days in a row, y'all. Wow. I mean, that's tough. Let me read the article real quick. Let me read the article to y'all so you can get the update to what's going on. Let's see if they have it ready. Oh my goodness. This is tough. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Um, let everybody rock out, moderators, as long as they're not being disrespectful. Let them speak their grievances. You know, the people that's tuning into the show. Uh, let them talk their grievances, all right? Now let's see. Let's go to the article real quick of what is his passing about. Okay. TMZ. TMZ says wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at 71 years old. TMZ has learned. Medics was dispatched to the 71-year-old WWE legend Clearwater, Florida. Yeah, Clearwater, Florida. Home early Thursday morning, with operators stating it was regarding a cardiac arrest. We told a slew of police cars and MTs were parked outside Hogan's home, and the icon was carried on a stretcher and into an ambulance. Just a few weeks ago, Hogan's wife, Sky, denied rumors he was in a coma. Oh boy. Stating his heart was strong as he recovered from surgeries. Okay, let's continue. We broke the story last month. There were rumblings Hogan was on his unalive bed, but we were told at the time he was just dealing with the symptoms of a neck procedure he underwent in May, okay? So they are going in on Hulk Hogan with the Trump situation. I'll do that in a separate video. There's a lot of people, being disrespectful to Hulk Hogan because of him, with the MAGA situation. Now people are saying Malcolm, Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. Now there's speculation. You know what the speculation is. Yep. 3 iconic men gone, y'all. 3 iconic men gone. Malcolm, Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan are 3 iconic people. You know what I'm saying? In a field of work. In a field of work, y'all. Somebody's saying this is fake news, right? Not even WWE websites are saying anything. I don't think TMZ will just say something and it's not true. Because Complex just admitted that they passed away. There's a few YouTubers talking about it right now that's connected to the industry say he passed away. So I don't think it's a lie. I don't think it's a lie. Everybody's waiting on WWE. Let's see if WWE did a claim. Let's see if they did it. They talked about it. Let's see on Hulk Hogan. Let's see. Let's see if they talk about it. They're not saying it. It's WWE website saying anything. Yep, they said it. Western News saying they gave a update on his health. The New York Post say he passed away at 71. The U.S. Sun say he passed away at 71 in Florida. Yeah, Clearwater's not too far from me. So yeah, it's official. He's gone. So I don't know why people trolling TMZ being anonymous when it says that he's gone. You say you lost a friend this month? Sorry to hear that, Rizza. Condolences. Yeah, this month of July has been something, y'all. This month of July has been something. It's been a lot of stuff going on this month of July happening. Yeah. Yeah, it's official, y'all. Yep. This month of July has been three iconic people. Malcolm, Jamal, Malcolm Henry, Osborne, and now Hulk Hogan. Yep. I'm gonna tell you what this tells me, y'all. What this tells me is three iconic men in their field of work. They master their craft and they prime. They was by far the three iconic men of all time. You gotta give them they due. They was hardworking men. They provided for their family. They put their bodies at risk. They put their lives at risk, particularly Hulk Hogan in that field of work. You know what I'm saying? Osborne with the music, yeah, he was into the dark arts and all that. He changed his life recently. And so was Malcolm too. You know, a cardiac arrest is real. Um, we're gonna hear if his wife say anything. Time will tell. He's not with his first wife. He's with somebody else. So time will tell. This happened in Florida. You know, because about almost a month ago, there was on the scene. You know, so we will get more to update to what's going on. It's an unfortunate situation. You know, uh, people are taunting him about the Trump situation. I don't know what's the need for that. You know what I'm saying? This is not a time for the nonsense. Let's deal with the facts that he's gone. He's no longer here with us. And we have not ever seen this situation happen before, back to back to back. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. Three iconic men passed away in 3 separate days. So you got to give Hulk Hogan his props. As a Hulkamania fan, y'all should go out in droves. Y'all true Hulkamania fans, don't let the entities, the deities, that's going to talk about it because they watch my platform. They're going to go live and talk about it because I'm giving them something to talk about. We're not going to mention their names. They're going to go live. They're going to say that this is the Illuminati, the secret society. I told you that they doing it in threes, and look how they do it 3 days in a row. Watch. I guarantee you that individual say he ain't gonna go live. He gonna go live about this, and then we're gonna call him a hypocrite. Let's see if he don't talk about this. Let's see if he stays off of YouTube. I know he's watching, and so if he talks about it, he going against his word. He full of ish. We'll see. I don't take him serious. My point is that it's a tragic. It was not no secret society taking him out or his woman taking him out. No, it's a tragic time. You know, so he probably was going through some things. A lot of things was bothering him, and he checked out, y'all. He checked out. Fortunately, he checked out. So, uh, condolences to the family. You know, I know they're going through it. I know it's not easy. You try to do your best to live your days as correctly as possible. What a detriment to the WWE and to his family and to those who watched him when we was young. You know what I'm saying? We watched this. We watched him. He was the reason why our people watched Hulk. We watched Hulk Hogan. We took him as one of us. Back in the days, you know, Hulk Hogan was a man that got the ladies. You know what I'm saying? He draw a lot of people. The children Like I was a child. I was watching Hulk Hogan in his prime. He was the real deal. I was a child. I was 5, 6 years old. And I remember I told my dads and moms I want to get a Hulkamania. I want to be Hulkamania one of these days. He was the reason why I watched wrestling. Then I got with the Undertaker and the rest of them. You know, so that's why I tell you, men, and like Ringo tell you, men, get your health together, man. Get your spirit right. You know, don't stress yourself out. You know, Hulk Hogan was going through it. He was going through. He was going through it, y'all. You know, when you start becoming successful, you know, sometimes you don't want to go out. Sometimes you don't want to do anything. You just want to relax. You know what I'm saying? And so it took a lot for him to go on that stage with Donald Trump. You know, I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff is real, y'all. This is why you got to get yourself right. Yeah, yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura. Yeah, 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 man. So I'm gonna keep y'all up to post. Let me see if his daughter say anything. Let me see if she said anything. Hulk Hogan's daughter. I know they had a fallout because Hulk Hogan. You remember Hulk Hogan's lady was dealing with a brother. He wasn't fond of his ex-wife. Dealing with some other man. So we're not gonna talk about that because that's just people gonna bring that up. I'm just saying. Let me see what Hulk Hogan's daughter has to say. Yeah, let me see Hulk Hogan's daughter. What Brooke Hogan has to say. Let's see. I know he loved his daughter. Let me see. Let me see who her husband is. She's married to a hockey player. If I'm not mistaken, what? Oh no, it was Hulk Hogan ex-wife was dealing with her brother. Let me see what she said though. Let me see what her statement. Let me see if she put out a statement. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Hulk Hogan daughter. Let's see. So let's see. Let me see. It says Brooke Hogan, the daughter of legendary wrestler Hulk Hogan, has a complex and at times strange relationship with her father, Hulk Hogan, whose real name is Terry Jean Bola. Yeah, so she was dealing with a brother at the time. She was dealing with a brother at the time before she got with the hockey player. Back in 2015, Hulk Hogan faced backlash of the racist thing he said to his daughter, ex-man at the time. So it was his daughter. It was his daughter. Okay, I remember now. Because I do recall, I think it is his ex-wife. No, it was his daughter. Um, so she stopped dealing with the brother and got with this hockey guy. So I guess Hulk Hogan had a change of heart when he got to know the man. You know what I'm saying? And see that he was not that type of so-called black man, that stereotype type of so-called black man. So, you know. she had an issue with he had an issue with his daughter dealing with a so-called African American man, you know, at that particular time in 2015. I remember that. A lot of YouTubers was talking about that at that time. So yeah. Who's Italian? Who's Italian, Keystone? You talking about the hockey player being Italian? The man she with now? Her husband? Her husband is Italian? The hockey player? Because the first one she got with was with a brother. And then, later on she stopped dealing with the brother because she wanted to, appease to her dad. Then her dad had to change her heart, you know? I'm just waiting for her statement. I know they had a strange situation. He's not with his ex-wife. Whoever the woman he was with, he dealt with, and we're going to get more information as time goes on. So I'm just waiting on Keystone to tell me who was Italian, the hockey guy. Because when you say something, you have to complete your sentence. Try to complete sentences because I'm, not saying I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about. Yes, please like the button as RZA says, y'all. Please like the button. Hit the like button. This is a big, big situation, y'all. So when we get more information of more of the complications, I'll do a follow-up. I'm not trying to be on too long. I'm just waiting on Keystone to give me his answer. I know he's probably on the road. So it's tough, y'all. It's tough. It's tough, man. Wow. 3 days in a row, man. 3 days in a row. Wow. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I believe Keystone's driving because the way he typed, it seemed like he just voice recorded the situation. I don't know. Let's see if I got anything else to elaborate. I got anything else to elaborate? Was she with Lamar Odom? Was Hogan's daughter with Lamar Odom at the time? Oh, she just took a photo with um Lamar Odom. I forget who it was. Was it Lamar Odom? Did Lamar Odom get it with her? I know she was around Kanye. She was around Kanye at the time. She took photo with Lamar Odom, Kanye West. She was around the rappers too. She was around the rappers too. His daughter. She was around certain rappers. And I think she went into the corn industry. Let me leave that. Let me leave that. Let me leave that. Let me leave that. Uh, okay, let me see. Yeah. She was spotted in Miami Beach back in 2009 with this brother. I don't know who it is, though. Yeah. Yep. So, yes, let me get on out of here. Let me get on out of here. Um, in due time, when we get some more information as to what's going on, you know, I don't want to talk about the past for the most part. We know he's a legend. Uh, it's a big situation for the Hulkamanian fans. However, we're going to deep dive into this later on when I get more information. You tune into Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo. Uh, Tough situation, y'all. Tough situation. Thanks to all those who's viewing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no problem, BLR. No problem. No problem at all. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all true Hulkamanian fans, really miss the guy. I know many of you are, my age bracket or older. If you got any information, you want me to share, let me know behind the scenes, post a comment, let me know what's up. I don't accept everybody on Instagram. I'm sorry, you know, because there's too many trolls, you know. How you doing, Didi? You know. Keystone didn't ask my question. Who was Italian? Keystone, who was Italian? Is the man she with now that she's married to Italian, the hockey player? Who was Italian? Yeah, that's right, Didi. You're around the same age bracket as I am. You know, um, we grew up watching him when we was young. Yep, that made me watch well. What I used to ask my moms and my dad. They got the preview when it came on. They saved it for me when I used to hang out and stuff after school and go hang out with the other kids. We played in Play Park, and I'll watch it later on that night. They were recorded for me with the VHS tape back in the day. So, hey, look, at the end of the day, you know, was he a perfect man? No, he was not a perfect man. At the same time, he was the greatest of all time. And one thing I can say is, a cousin of mine's got to meet Hulk Hogan. You know, so he actually influenced Vince McMahon and to put more so-called black people into the wrestling federation. Because remember, at that time, it was only two so-called black people that was in wrestling. Hulk Hogan got up with other wrestlers, say, if we want to make it iconic, we got to bring these people in. Because remember, it wasn't too many of us in wrestling at that time. So you got to give Hulk Hogan his props. He brought in, I forget who he fight, the so-called black man he fought, and that brought a lot of eyes to our people to watch it. I was watching it prior to, what's the guy he put on? He was into the spell thing. What's his name? That was the first one I got wind of. The first so-called black man. He used to wear that African mask. What's his name, y'all? Come on, give me his name in the chat. He had he wore that mask and he did some spells, and Hulk Hogan was fighting him. That's what brought more before Mark Henry, before the other Booker T. Washington, before all them dudes, got airplay. It was a brother back in that day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the Birdman. No, it was like the voodoo guy. The voodoo guy. The voodoo guy, RZA. He was playing the voodoo character. You know? Who we talking about? Keystone, who we talking about? Who's Italian? Who? The hockey player? Or you talking about the so-called black man? Who are we talking about? Now you're confusing the situation. Was he always gentleman to the ladies? Yeah. He, yeah. There was times he went at the ladies too. You know? Not in a disrespectful way though, for the most part. So yeah, that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna get on out of here. I pretty much said what I needed to say. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan and his family. I got to get going. Got some stuff to take care of. Not Macho Man. I'm talking about not Macho Man. Macho Man was not wearing a mask. He was not wearing the voodoo mask. He was not wearing that mask. Or was he? I don't remember. When I get to it, I get to it. I have to look through the WWE. I can't remember who the guy was, man. You know, but it's not Macho Man Randy Savage. Yes, thank you. Ugandan. Yes, the Ugandan giant Camilla. That's the one. Thank you, BLL. Thank you. That's the one. Yep, him. Before the Mark Henrys, the Booker T. Washingtons, the list goes on. Yeah, that guy was not that. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later on, if anything. If not, another time. Thank you for liking and coming through and viewing. So you can put your RPs in the comment section to the Hulkamanian, to all the Hulkamanians. If I get any more up to date of what's going on, I will, talk about it. So with that said, I'm out. Y'all take it easy and peace.